Simplify storage administration with Pure Storage and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/purestorage.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tommy Kissinger here with Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. We also do gutters, patio covers, and screen rooms. Give us a call for your free estimate today and visit our website, GEAUXTommies.com.
Baton Rouge, you rolled the dice and we hit the jackpot. Thank you for voting for LaBerge Casino and helping us win 11 Best of Baton Rouge medals, including Best Slots, Best Table Games, Best Hotel, Best Steak, Best Sports Bar, Best Live Music Venue, and more. When you're ready for an award-winning night out, get to LaBerge Baton Rouge. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Progressive knows owning a home can be hard, but not always. Like when you're relaxing on your patio, enjoying a nice, quiet evening. So quiet. Except for the sound of the neighbor's party. Which you said you'd go to if you weren't busy. And your quiet night on the patio, that's not exactly busy, is it? Maybe you should just stay inside. At least Progressive's Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance is the easiest part of owning a home. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 87. In hour one of today's show, we'll give you a first look at LSU versus South Carolina this weekend and an update on LSU starting pitcher Cade Anderson. We'll also talk about the newest free agent target for the New Orleans Saints. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Our number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's happening? Louisiana, what's happening, Baton Rouge? Hope everybody's having a fine Wednesday here on Wednesday, May 14, 2025. T-Bob, Jake, Alondra, Villarreal, and Taylor Shopper hanging out with you this morning. What's going on, guys? How we feeling this morning? We got a baseball series. Crank it up tomorrow. National Seed on the line. We've got some stories to get to, an update on Cade Anderson. It's going to be a good show. We have a big announcement coming later in the show as well. Jakey, what's up, man? How we doing today?
Doing well. How was, let me see if I get this right, Wet Check Wednesday?
It was a good Wet Check Wednesday.
Okay. So I saw the video right before I came up the stairs. You looked, you looked wet.
Soaked. Absolutely soaked.
Yeah.
I I felt, if you're baking a chicken, you take it out at 160, and then it's going to rise to like 165, so you're going to be nice and perfect right where you want it. That was me for about 30 minutes after the workout. Just kept sweating.
Yeah.
Just could not stop. Like a chicken at internal temp, just kept dripping. So it was a very good Wet Check Wednesday. Shout out Evolve Fitness. Shout out my girl Gretchen. Just a nonstop class of about 36 minutes straight of doing stuff like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. No break. So it was in a hot, heated room. It was a good boy today. This morning for sure. The endorphins are pumping. Creatine intake already done. Even though somebody helped me out. Is this true or not? Will Blackwell tried to tell me that if you drink coffee right after creatine that you're canceling out the neurological benefits. It almost sounds 1,000% like something you heard on Joe Rogan, but like I don't know for sure.
Maybe he's messing with you,
Either
like
way.
how I said if you take double the amount, it cancels it out.
Oh yeah, you had done no research whatsoever to fire off this shot from the hip.
I just lied.
I know he
Maybe
didn't
he's
make
lying.
it. No, I know he didn't make it up. I'm just wondering if anybody else can confirm or not,
So-
because my Google searches have not.
No.
confirmed.
So you said creatine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Now I know collagen with creatine.
Cancels out?
I think that's where he got confused.
Interesting.
So if you take collagen with caffeine, it can reduce the amino acid uptake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He did specifically say something about the neurological benefits of creatine, which again seems to be what people are talking about. So I don't know, but
Look,
if
I
anybody
love
does know,
I
let
love
me know.
Will. Love Will. 3-1 great.
Scientist.
But he's a little bit of a caveman.
He's a scientist, obviously.
So Reddit says they can be used synergistically.
Oh, synergistically. So I'm really reinforcing my neurological benefits.
Yeah.
Then why have I once again stalled in my chess elo? I cannot get to 1,000. I am stuck again at 900. I'm going to get there.
This kind of makes sense, though, because caffeine blocks your quote-unquote tiredness receptors.
Okay.
So it would improve your energy levels, focus, and overall athletic performance, which creatine is supposed to help with, like, rebuilding your muscles, right? Or
Yeah,
something
I
like
believe
that.
so, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
So I feel like caffeine probably helps creatine.
Blocking my tiredness muscles, definitely something I need this morning. My daughters climbed in the bed last night, and everybody kept getting pushed to the side until eventually I just got out the bed and went and slept in my daughter's bed for the last couple hours of the night. Rough sleep.
How do you fit in, like, a little tiny bed?
They got a pretty, I kind of fit snugly, perfectly. It's actually not cramped, but there's no real, it's like a little, it's kind of like a glove, actually. It's a good bed. We bought it from some couple that makes them. I don't know if they make them anymore. They're both good beds.
What I'm picturing in my head is Will Ferrell when he lives at the North Pole at the beginning of Elf, and like half his body's hanging off the bunk bed.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's not that. It is actually long enough where that does not happen.
I actually, was trying to look out for your daughter yesterday at
Yeah, I
school
saw
lunch.
that, dude.
I'm having lunch with Memphis. I see some boy getting all chatty with Alice, and I'm like, hold up, like, T, you need me to handle this? And you were like, let him cook.
Let him cook, dude. He had a girl on each arm.
Like, what?
Yeah.
No, man, I got
I
to
saw
take care
that.
of this
I was
little
like, who's this
kid.
little nerd with his little glasses
Yeah.
on next to Alice?
I found out his name, and
You asked her?
Yeah, and they're friends. It's all good. I like the kid.
I knew they were friendly. That was my whole point.
Yeah.
There's not her boyfriend. Not her boyfriend. I don't believe so, at least. That's what she told me.
Oh, yeah, like she's going
yesterday.
to tell you.
I was trying to be Charlie Sheen, Rick Vaughn in Major League, and Dad said let him cook. So
She was very confused about how I had that picture. And I said, I got spies everywhere. No, not really. Mr. Jake was that one. She's like, oh, I didn't see that. Yeah. I will not name any names because I've gotten in trouble with that before. One time, Odie was holding hands with a little boy, and there was a picture of it the school put online. and I blacked out his face and put I'm going to beat this kid's ass. And the parents thought it was very funny. The school did not. That was
I do remember that.
It was an awkward conversation to
like
have
if
with the
the
principal.
I feel like if the parents think
No.
it's okay.
No. I think the school's well within their rights.
I can see T-Bob going in and be like, guys, what's the problem? I blacked out his face.
No.
The parents said it's fine.
The second I talked to the principal, I was like, duh, you're so right. Like, what am I talking? I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I did not think this went through. Just popping off.
How did they know that's little Johnny? You can't see his face.
Trying to get laughs. I did black out his face, which maybe is worse because then I clearly knew that maybe it was wrong. But
not if you black out the face,
in real
but
time.
went for the joke anyway. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, guys. So we got some good news though on Kate Anderson. I didn't remember this. Probably had something to do with all the whiskey last Friday. But I don't remember him holding his wrist when he went out.
She said he was like cramping or something, right? That was
They said it was a wrist cramp, which shockingly, I've never even had.
Me either, but that sounds terrible.
Well, it's not weird that you haven't. It is weird that Wet Check Wednesday up here hasn't.
True.
Yeah. I got my 10,000 hours, like I said.
Yeah.
Yet I've never run into this. I mean, maybe I'm just hydrated. I don't know. But either way, not a big deal. Jay John said he's going to go through bullpen yesterday. He is on track to start tomorrow night against the Cox. So once again, it is that time of year. It is time to beat South Carolina. And they're really bad, guys. They're really bad. Where do we stand? We need, if you win 2, you're national seed, correct? Yep. Don't need a sweep.
19.
Yeah.
Get to 19 wins, 19-11. Your RPI is great. You took this series off of Arkansas, number 1 team in the country, and now you're going to South Carolina where you haven't been great on the road. I think, are you 500 exactly on the road right now?
Let's see. Look, I'm not trying to
in conference
jinx anything. I'm not trying to
LSU
jinx.
6 and 7 on the road.
Okay. So you got to be better than you have been. But again, you're going against a South Carolina team that is
30 and 5 at home.
Ooh. South Carolina is?
No, we are.
Oh, LSU. Yeah, I was about to say, what?
LSU,
that
sorry.
South
Carolina is 21 and 10 at home, 4 and 14 away from home. They've lost 6 in a row.
A team with a 6.28 team ERA. They're 13th with a 2.69 team batting average. They're 15th in slugging percentage, 15th in on base percentage, 15th in runs scored. Again, I like this is a goal. This is LSU has played this season perfectly. They have set the table. Now you just have to avoid baseball shenanigans, right? Like that is
what we saw last weekend.
Yeah, Mizzou A&M. Like you have to avoid those type of shenanigans. And if you do, all your hard work will pay off. You'll get to be a host for both the regional and the super regional, and you'll be able to take advantage of, what was that home record you just said, 30 and 5?
Yes.
There you go. By the way, that 6.28 team ERA is outlier bad. That's 15th. Florida's 14th at a 5 flat. Mizzou's the only one that's worse at an 8.82. So 6.28. So you are, again, outlier bad South Carolina here. I know the Bats have struggled on the road. You cannot struggle against a team that allows opponents to hit 264.
No.
Oh, my God. Mizzou's allowing opponents to hit 308.
Not A&M.
Even after the A&M series, opponents still hitting 308. That's pretty insane. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Has anybody found, looking at the numbers, has anybody found anything that South Carolina does good?
No. I mean, I think the only challenge is knowing what you have to do, knowing you should do it. There is a storyline that would be a much bigger deal if they were better, and Paul Maneri being the coach. Like, we haven't even mentioned that here. And, we're well into the conversation. True. It's because they're bad. They're not a good baseball team. And, Paul Maneri, somebody won a national championship here. It's not going well for our guy up there in Columbia. But it's like the storyline is you need to win 2 to be a national seed. Like, that has become the bigger storyline.
Yeah.
Which good and bad, right? You don't have the distraction of it, And if it was at home, if this series was at home, and LSU would certainly do something for Paul Maneri, and it would maybe become somewhat of a distraction, even though none of these players really, they
and rightfully
you go
so.
back. You go back to the championship team, like those players were recruited and coached by Paul Maneri. Like, you've gotten away from that. But I think maybe the bigger distraction is thinking about winning 2 out of 3 and falling into a trap probably like Texas A&M did against Missouri.
Avoid the shenanigans. I mean, I guess I am guilty of not mentioning the Maneri storyline up until this point, which is kind of crazy. Maybe that is what I should have led with because, you have a guy. How long was Coach Maneri here for? 15 years?
Yeah.
Is it that crazy though?
No, I guess
I don't think it's that crazy.
I mean, to be fair, it does feel like something you've been through before a bit, maybe without playing him, but feels a lot like Les Miles at Kansas.
Yeah.
Which obviously did not work in the slightest. Now, Coach Maneri has said that he's around for the long haul, right?
But they did win a Big 12 game in which Hunt Palmer still owes me a steak dinner.
Didn't they
beat Texas Tech.
Oh,
do you know how long ago that was, Bud? You listen all the time. Pay up.
Yeah, Hunt.
Well, but that's what I was going to say earlier.
Buy
I
that
don't want
man
to
some
jinx
meat.
it. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was like, I don't want to jinx it, but it just kind of has trap games written all over it.
You just said I don't want to jinx it, which
and then you said
pretty much ensures the jinx. Didn't you do this earlier in some series, talking about sweeps or something or another? I can't
Probably
remember.
Auburn.
Yeah, I remember you just blaming yourself on Twitter for jinxing it.
Oh yeah, she said I need a sweep, guys, and then Auburn swept. Remember, and then she was like, I didn't specify which team.
I didn't.
Which is a really
that was
good
the
response.
Run rule.
I mean,
I was like, I need a run rule, and it was
the
in
midweek.
Northwestern run ruled us.
game.
What if this team had Sam
But for
Dutton?
real.
What if this team had Sam Dutton and he was throwing this good?
Bro.
And you had Anderson, Ianson,
And
Dutton.
Those were your 3.
That would actually be crazy.
You were looking for. You said, is there any cause for concern? Not talent wise. There's a big talent gap, but the numbers Jake mentioned. You're 6-7 on the road in conference play. On the year, they're 21-5 at home. So I mean, they're a lot better at home than they are on the road.
21-10.
21-10.
But yes,
they're 4-14 on the road. So they're a lot better at home. You're a lot worse away from home. So that's the only thing that can trip you up. Maybe you were talking about the baseball shenanigans.
Everybody just whatever. I ain't about to go. I was catching myself just for half a second.
Believing
just
in
now,
jinxes?
starting to pussyfoot around.
Yeah.
No.
You're the one who doesn't believe.
We're the big dog. LSU's number 1 in the country for a reason. Forget about the Cox. It's all about the Tigers this weekend. Going into South Carolina. I love Coach Maneri. I really do. He was a pleasure to cover. He was always gracious with his time. He was funny. Sounded funny.
Yeah.
He was successful. Watched a lot of
Great
good
guy.
baseball. Love that man. Great guy.
Yes.
But it's time to beat that old man's ass this weekend.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it's true. We love Paul.
I knew with all the
weekend.
lift up, there was something
It
coming.
actually wasn't going to be that. And then I just, at the end, I was like, oh, wait, no, I have to say this. Because it is true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is true. I'm going to hug on him and love on him pregame and love on him postgame. But during the game, no. All gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it is.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
What would y'all? Okay, let's think about this during the break, because we know there are elements of this team that we can expect at this point. Like, we know how they're going to perform. Not to say it can't not happen. Consistency is the hardest thing to achieve in sports. What everybody wants to do, but there are very consistent elements of the team. So I want to find something maybe a bit less consistent, or something that you would like to see improve this week, and something that you could highlight as something that would make you feel very good going forward into the postseason that you would see against South Carolina, outside of just winning the games, obviously. Put them in the chat, youtube.com/1045ESPN, and we'll be back with more Off the Bench next.
Off the bench.
Go to CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552, CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552. The Payne family, man, they've been sponsoring this show since Colada and the Prince.
Oh,
geez. Are you down with?
I forgot Derek's name was
the Prince. Are you down with OPP? That's something plumbing. There's a good joke to be made there. I'll find it. But whatever. Go to Central Plumbing, guys. 24/7 emergency service. Licensed, bond, insured employees are sending you information about ahead of time. Excellent warranty once the work is done. A massive fleet so they can handle the entire city's needs. And, how do you last for 50 years? Because your customers are consistently satisfied with both the process and the quality. CentralPlumbing.org.
225-925-8552. We always tell you more than just in Central. In the entire greater Baton Rouge area, they can help you in an emergency. If you're looking to upgrade, CentralPlumbing.org.
For those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, talk about taking me back on a Bifrost of nostalgia. Getting me fired up, adrenaline pumping, dude. This was my main pregame song. Barely edging out Boosie. Oh, man. It's when you're starting to put the paint on. Ooh, you can feel the crowd. You know when you're in the locker room, Jake? I mean, sometimes you can literally feel the crowd stomping and whatnot.
Yep.
But you can kind of constantly just feel the weight of them. It's a weird thing. It's maybe because it feels like you're in a cave a bit or so. I don't know, but the anticipation.
What about when you're sitting in the chute and they'd open the door and you felt the wave?
Oof.
Like it was a wave that you could feel of sound. Like as soon as the door opened, like it would hit you in the chute.
Rage, adrenaline, the thick black sky, light shining, and you're getting ready to go break another man's will, mentally and physically. God,
And
what a
legally.
time. Legally. What a time.
Legally, yeah.
You'll be honored for it.
Yeah.
And cheered and praised. Go beat the Cox. All right, so has everybody thought about our question going into the break? What do you want to see? Again, not like I want Kate Anderson and Anthony Hines to do good. Like we're assuming they're going to do great. We're assuming Curiel's going to do great. We're assuming Stanfield's going to do great. The 9-hole, like all these things, whatever. All these things that have been happening are going to continue to happen. What going into the postseason would be kind of your main key that you would want to see that make you feel even better about this team? Which again, guys, we can do have maintain perspective. Number one team in the country. So we are absolutely, we're like rich people arguing about, man, I wish the stock would perform a little better, right? It's like the rest of our portfolio is doing great. It doesn't matter. But what stock would you think would make you feel even better about reaching billionaire status?
For me, I think it is Chase Shores continuing to pitch well.
Oh, I love that.
I think that is my number one with a bullet.
Great answer.
Chase Shores continuing to improve, continuing to give you an option, continuing to be versatile as well. You know, if that had to be your guy, and we run into it every single postseason, that had to go in like a decided game, like Will Helmers had to last year, and he was incredible, right? Well, if that was like Chase Shores this year, you'd feel really good about it.
Yeah.
And we know how good he can be. Before he got hurt last year, he was what? He had a 1.96 ERA. He looked like he was going to be, the next great one before he went down a couple years ago, and then gets hurt.
Against Tennessee.
Has to miss time all of last year, comes back this year. And look, sometimes we all forget. It's like when you come back from injury like that, it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have trials and tribulations. You're going to go through some things before you can figure out who you were before the injury, and it kind of feels like he's starting to figure out who he was before the injury.
Yeah, and everything's new to him this year, right? I mean, it was his first time ever starting. He seems to be a bit more comfortable in a bullpen role, but again, to Jake's point, now he has experience doing both, and if it comes down to it, and you got to have him start a game, or you got to have him come out of the pen in a big moment, you're more confident now than ever, and you can build on that confidence even more. That's a great answer to this question. Alondra, I'm going to make you follow that one up.
Okay.
Because I don't think my answer is good.
I think the key that we've been missing the past couple weekends, and granted we've done pretty well, is Stephen Milam. He's in a bit of a slump, and when he's not, he gets it done. He moves the runners, he gets on base, he has great at bats, but I think also the key to Stephen Milam and probably the rest of the lineup is just quality at bats.
Yeah.
Like getting deeper into the pitch count with the pitchers. Like this past weekend versus Arkansas, they went a little longer than you did, the starters did. So I think if you take better at bats, the lineup as a whole, and if we can get Stephen Milam back going, we're rocking.
Yeah, I mean, if you get Milam back, it has a knock-on effect where at that point, basically the entire lineup's online.
Mm-hmm.
And so it becomes even more effective than just like one guy playing better in a vacuum would be, because it just makes it that much harder on the pitcher. And think about where he was at this time last year. And that was going to be my answer as well. Bobby Nickens agrees in the chat here. He says, Monster needs to get back on track. But yeah, no, think about like.
But you said yours was going to be a bad answer. I think that was a pretty good answer.
I didn't mean bad. I mean that. I meant. I should have said that feels like the chalk answer, right? Because that's where we all kind of jumped. That's why I liked the Chase Shores answer. I didn't consider that.
Well, and we know he has it. I told you like the other day, the only people with double-digit home runs in this LSU lineup is Ethan Fry, Jared Jones, and Stephen Milam.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, look at last year at this time, right? Then he had the massive walk-off home run in the SEC tournament.
He was great in the tournament.
And then was it the regional or the super where he had another insane walk-off home run?
It had to be the regional.
Oh, so yeah, they didn't make supers last year. They would have hosted. That's right.
Yeah.
Then I think he had the walk-off in the regional as well. So hopefully he can recapture some of that magic. And then if you want to be uber greedy, of course, maybe Braswell comes back on against his former team.
Well, you're talking about how good Milam was down the stretch last year. Him and Braswell were your two best hitters. I mean, Braswell was
leading hitter in SEC play. At 330
at the end of the season.
Year.
I mean, both of those guys in the 7 and 8 hole, because you mentioned Stanfield, how great he was at 9. Like, you can get the bottom of your order, all three of them there. That's great.
You made a good point too. Sorry, but on Milam, like getting the home run on Sunday, I know it's a loss, but that's a good launching pad into this final series. Now, where are you going to answer?
I'm going to go a little bit towards Jake. I'll go pitching, but we were talking about it on Monday. Like, your top 3 guys obviously have been great. Like, strikeout to walks. Everybody else, like, just
the walks are insane.
Limit the free passes. You've done a good job of getting out of the jams, but when you play good teams that know how to advance runners, that know how to manufacture runs, like, that could come back and hurt you against these really good teams in the tournament. So limit the walks is what it is for me.
Yeah, it is. It is such a testament to how good your best guys are that you're not like super highly ranked in any walk categories or anything, kind of middle of the pack, because some of the lower arms out of your bullpen have some insane walk to inning
Cade
numbers.
and Ianson are going 7 innings a game too, so it's like
they're both at 6-to-1 strikeout to walk ratios too, both at
That's
about
ridiculous.
120 to 20. Unreal.
That's actually insane.
No, I know. Those two.
And like, I didn't want to really go bullpen because we kind of talked about that all season, though, how like you need somebody to step up, because that's just literally what we've been talking about all season. Once you get to postseason, who besides
Chase
Cade
is
and
doing
Anthony
it.
and
Like Chase is doing it now. Who else have we been liking lately? Prima.
Yeah, but he struggled his last outing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you've seen flashes. You just need a little bit more consistency, because Ianson and Cade have been great. What if they're not for a game? Like, what if they're not?
Yeah.
Who's going to come in? Like you mentioned, like, strikeout to walk as a whole is not bad because Cade and Anthony Ianson have been so good. But, like, what if they have an off day? Can you rely on maybe 3 arms in one game to all come in and throw strikes?
No, you're right. I mean, that is always the kind of razor thin margins that LSU's operating under right now, and it's such a credit to Anderson and Ianson that you have not been cut by that razor margin.
How do we feel about Cooper Williams?
Yeah, I think he's been good.
Cooper Williams has been really good. He's been your most consistent lefty.
Yeah. And then let's just be honest. We've seen it every great postseason run. Somebody just has to do something that they haven't shown up until that point. Like somebody's just got to have the magic moment.
Yeah.
Whether it was Caleb Gilbert against Oregon State, that's always the big one to me. Oh my God, our thick king against
Riley Cooper, Nate Ackenhausen.
Nate Ackenhausen, the start against Tennessee. Yeah. In that lineup, all of a sudden Ackenhausen just goes out there and shuts them down as a starter, like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, somebody's gonna have to have that moment as well. Jonathan even says Maverick Rizzi.
Again,
one good, one bad.
Yeah,
We
exactly,
just
right.
like all these
Very
people just
inconsistent.
need to find command. Like and I hesitate to say this, but like I need a dog out there. Like I need somebody that has an imposing vibe, an imposing vibe on the mound. Because
I'm an alpha.
Yes.
I'm grown. You're not.
Yeah. Like
they have that in Cowan and Evans, but they need another one.
Yes. Because even Ianson, like Cade and Anthony are great and they have a little bit of that, but I need you to come out there mean. You know what I mean?
No, you want something a little more.
I need some Nolan Ryan.
You want something a little more performative. You want a little more like.
You want some Wake Forest relief pitcher.
No,
okay, I mean, I don't want it like that, but like.
That was fake.
How about the Georgia pitcher from earlier this year? I think it was like a midweek game, though, so
yeah,
that's kind of lame. But when he looks back at the guy in second, goes like, and then throws the game-ending pitch.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good moment.
I don't mean doing all that, and I don't mean like.
You want but this is impossible though, unfortunately. I'm not. I think what you want is like when Paul Skeen stepped on the mound, you could feel the will of the opponent break. Like it was like, and maybe that's partially because he is so physically imposing, and Cade and Anthony aren't like physically don't look like that.
Yeah, but
even though their numbers are actually pretty similar.
6'8".
Yeah, like him, Maverick, Rizzy, like they could be those guys.
Chase Shores like gives me good vibes.
How big is Myers?
He's huge too.
Yeah, right. We got like a bunch of 6'8"
Chase Shores
guys
to come out there and like me be scared of him.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to look at Chase Shores and be like, that looks like a nice guy.
No.
Yeah.
I want to be scared of Chase Shores.
Blood to chill.
There's a lot of people in the chat that bring up a good point. Well, Gavin Guidry was kind of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need a Gavin
Guidry. Did it despite the, without having the physically imposed.
Yeah, that also came with consistency. Like Gavin had been there, done that, right? Like teams walked up, they're like, I'm going against Gavin Guidry. He's been in a lot of big moments and he's performed. Like
wipe you out.
Size is one thing, but like you got to perform too. Like, and that gets back to where we're at. Like throw more strikes, get them out. Like that just goes back to consistency.
Here's my goal for the weekend. I want Bear Jones to get his first road walk of the season. We cannot end the season without one walk in a true road game. And I'm not counting SEC tournament walks.
Yeah.
Not a true road game. So that's my goal. Bear Jones, first road walk
something
of the season.
Something that we need to point out, because none of us, and you can lie and say you did, but none of us had Ethan Fry leading this team in batting average.
No. I mean, he's one of the top 10 guys in the SEC right now.
And he leads the team by 7 points, so he's probably going to end the regular season as your leader in batting average. Him emerging has been so big for this team because, look, they've got a great lineup. They've got great stars and all that, but, like, he is somebody that has been placed in the middle of that lineup, and it was – going to be a platoon situation, but he's kind of taken over an everyday role.
I agree. And someone who stuck around, trusted the process, continued to work, and is now being rewarded for it, and just seems to be ascending as the season has gone on. So I'm very excited for this weekend. Again, it's almost impossible to play baseball and not have it be super high leverage at this point. And South Carolina's an easy opponent, but it's almost perfect that Mizzou and A&M just happened, because you can hold it up and say, look, if you ever think about getting complacent, if you ever think about getting lazy, if you ever think about half-stepping or not coming correct, look at how quickly everything can shatter and fall apart. And you can use that as an example to keep this team locked in. Not that they need it, right? This team's maturity, their response to losses, there's a reason why they're number one team in the entire country. I love this team. Get 2 more this weekend. Wrap up a national seed. Whew, and then the madness begins. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to coolprohvac.com. Coolprohvac.com. Coolpro HVAC are your local HVAC experts. And look, you just want to make sure that your system is good to go as the temperatures continue to heat up here, okay? Because you're going to be working it. But T-Bob, my system's working fine. Well, guess what? There's no dispatch fee for CoolPro. So put it to the test. Have them out of your home. Your system's working fine. Great. Perfect. No harm, no foul. Have a day. But what if something's small, quick fix, we're good to go? What if something's big, maybe coming down the road, that's something that can be solved now with something, preventative? CoolPro's got your back. Explore becoming a Pro Plan member. Go to coolprohvac.com today.
Yeah, and now is that time, because as we all know, I mean, as we get farther down the road here, it's just going to continue to be hotter and hotter. You want to make sure that your unit is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Give them a call today at 225-350-4397. Keep your cool. Call the pros.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, where the takes are hot and the sports talk is questionable.
T-Bot says, did y'all see the Tay-Tay SI swimsuit cover? I did not. Can you go look it up and show it to me, Tay-Tay? Also, guys, and Taylor especially, stop tagging me. I was not in a shed in Lowe's with Vaseline and a cell phone.
I
know how to prove it to you.
Where were you Sunday?
Why would I be in a Lowe's?
I don't know.
I'm not handy.
No, that's true.
Thank you.
There's
Maybe
actually no reason
checkmate.
for you to be in a Lowe's.
Well,
checkmate.
You're purchasing something for somebody else to do the landscaping. You're getting these
He
supplies.
wouldn't even do that.
No, exactly.
He wouldn't
Thank you,
even do
Alondra.
that.
Thank you. I am not handy. Okay?
It's-
Not in that way.
I
was not
saw
me
the headline
naked
and
in
I was
that
like,
shed in Lowe's.
I saw the headline.
You're not
I was
handy.
like,
You have 9-inch hands.
Whoever you are, okay, it's completely normal. Whoever you are, diabolically horny, dude. You got to relax.
It's unnecessary.
Why?
I didn't even see it.
Why are you going
I didn't
into
see
a
this
shed
either,
in
and I
Lowe's
don't want to
doing
see this, but
Why are you going into a shed in Lowe's and
I
doing
don't want
this?
to do this.
So the funniest part is if you read that article, the cops had opened like 4 or 5 other sheds.
It's like
before they
taking
got
down
to
the
it.
stalls in a movie in a
I
bathroom.
was like, could you imagine the guy sitting there like, crap? I mean, they're about to open this one. Like, I don't.
No, they're coming. It would have been even better if he like tried to take off running out of the sheds.
Yeah.
Then he's going through the plants. Eventually, he gets tackled by I don't know what would be the funniest, maybe by the turlets or something.
Well, the shed's probably in the garden center, so he's probably tripping over something out there.
And Nacho Man says no, he's in a shed outside of Lowe's.
Yeah, well, they said a lot of them they sell like in the parking lots.
Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, you're right. That is the best detail. They said it was the 4th or 5th shed.
I know, so you just sit there, he's like, crap. I mean, I don't have anywhere to go.
Like when the hitman's going to the bathroom, kicking down the stall doors
You got your
one
feet
at a time.
on the toilet so they can't look under the stall and see where your feet are.
My question is, do you think he had his pants off when he got caught?
He did. Oh, you didn't read the article.
I did. Did it say that specifically?
Well, they said the cops asked him to pull his pants up, so...
It was a virus! I got scared.
Mom, I deleted the virus.
I deleted it. It was a virus, Mom. You got it? Oh, there it is. Tay-Tay. See, that's what he was looking at in the shed. Tay-Tay on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Tay-Tay loves it. He loves it.
He looks good.
He
looks great.
I mean, I take the victories you can get in life, guys.
So here's my question, though. So it does say the cops had asked him to pull his pants up.
Yeah.
Why didn't he stop when they were checking the first 4 sheds?
I mean, I guess if you're that far gone to do that in a low shed, then
you're probably getting caught no matter what, but would it have been simple to pull up the pants and then start looking at the roof and be like, oh, look at that. This is a good shed. Oh, hey, guys. Just checking out the interior here.
You guys
looks
need
like it's going to work for me.
2 sheds over, there's some weirdo with Vaseline.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, he really just rode that car straight off the cliff.
Okay, hang on. Here you go. With tasers
like
drawn.
the guy with the Segway?
Yeah, straight up. The inventor of Segway did die by driving Segway off of a cliff.
Yeah.
Just wow. With tasers drawn, that's an important detail. Police say that he was ordered to pull his pants up and roll onto his stomach to be handcuffed. And he did it without resistance.
How'd he roll onto his stomach if he was... He couldn't stop.
How did I miss what you are even talking about?
I linked it.
Put it in the document. It was the first thing that Taylor hit me with earlier today.
I said,
it was like,
before you bring this up, like, read it first. I was like, I just want you to know.
He was accusing me of being at Lowe's yesterday, which, again, not me, guys. I was not at Best Pro. I was not at Lowe's. I haven't been to Texas Day Brazil in years.
You're banned.
I'm not banned. I could walk into Texas Day Brazil today.
Prove it.
And they'd be like, hey,
what if I
that
did?
guy.
And I was like, oh my God, it's true.
You're that guy.
This entire time. That is still the funniest part of the Texas Day Brazil stuff is I had to call my friends immediately afterwards and make sure that it wasn't true. I was like, hold on now. This like never happened, right? Like I'm not like crazy here.
I didn't get blackout drunk and do this, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes. And of course, Will told me I did.
Of course.
For a bit. And then eventually felt bad and
So did you really think it was you for a minute or no?
I did not, but I mean I did think like it was it was possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny. Anything
like
is possible.
Insane. It
you.
seems insane. But it was such a weird random story and I don't know. I was nervous that maybe I had forgotten something.
Yeah.
Because I don't have very good memory.
True.
You know, there's a story that I'm not going to bring up that I'll bring up during the break that makes me believe that it could have been true.
What?
You know what I mean?
What story is this?
Oh God.
I mean, you were
very interested to see.
No, the one that you were there, but it's just like playing it back in all of our heads. It's like, well, that actually could have happened.
Guys, I did not. I've never been a meat flasher. Okay, that's very illegal. Just
has legality stopped you before?
Fair, not in all things, but I don't flash people. In the locker room, yes. I used to do a lot of naked shenanigans. This is true.
The guy at Lowe's wasn't flashing people.
What about that time at Bass Pro Shop?
They get not me.
Oh yeah, he got into the
not me. No, that's what I said. That was not me.
So the Tejas de Brazil one is plausible to me. But because of what we said earlier, how T-Bob's not manly, I don't buy the Lowe's or the Bass Pro Shop one.
Thank you. Exactly. Why would I be in either? Why would I be in either
I was
of
about
those?
to say,
no reason for you to be in
the
either
Bass
of them.
Pro guy. That guy wasn't very manly either.
When I was at Texas Day Brazil, I just stood up and helicopter said, "Cards on green."
Helicopter.
Well, I did the two towers. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
That'd have been epic if you'd have said that.
That's
We
the
ain't
most
had nothing
logical
but
line.
maggoty bread for 3 stinking days. What about his legs? He don't need those. What a movie. What a movie. All right. Coming up next, recruiting? Some more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Shout out to Aaron Pico and the team over there at All-Star. Because honestly, guys, that's what separates All-Star. That's what makes them such a special place are the people. Whether it's in the sales department, the service department, rentals, whatever the case may be, they are going to work with you to find the answer for you and your family. So if you're buying a new vehicle, maybe you want to explore a Toyota certified used vehicle, like I said, you just need to rent for a vacation, or if you need a body shop or a service center open to all makes and models, it's all there at All-Star. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com. Geez, sorry, guys.
Yeah, go there today to buy new, to lease, and to rent. We're going to continue to tell you throughout the month of May, summer vacation. Go ahead and reserve your rental. Everything is available. You got multiple midsize SUVs. You've got multiple trucks and sedans. I mean, everything. Van, full-size SUV is available in the rental process. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today, AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Let the sun beat down upon your face.
Oh, can you imagine the Vikings in the longboats. And here you are, a poor English monk, having to sit there and scribble in your books all day, you nerd, just so you can get some food, waking up to sing at 4 a.m., and all of a sudden, these giant, blonde, bearded Northmen show up on the horizon in the boats. Bang! You're dead!
This is on top of mine because Led Zeppelin's like my running music.
Hell
Because
yeah.
their songs are long and like
Makes
they
sense.
hype me up.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm like, go until the song's over. And then the next song plays and I'm like, keep going till this song's over.
Keep going till the song's over.
Yeah.
Y'all ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont
This
High?
makes you want to eat mushrooms and kill somebody with an axe.
Jesus.
What, Taylor?
On Fast Times at Ridgemont
All
High.
up on the
This,
Led Zeppelin, I guess.
this guy, he's like a sophomore in high school, and he's asking his buddy, he's like, hey, I'm taking this girl out on a date. Like, what do I do? He goes, take this tape, put it on side B of Led Zeppelin. It'll get her in the mood. And they're driving, he turns the tape on, it's this song. And
Hell yeah,
they're riding down the
dude.
road. That's what I think of every time.
I think of Ocean's 12, I think it is.
Ocean's 12.
He like, they're
Don't
speaking
remember.
in code.
Is that when Julia Roberts plays Julia Roberts?
No,
No, that
she's
was
in
13.
Ocean's. Yeah.
Okay.
With Andy Garcia? No, that's Ocean's 11, but Andy Garcia.
Well, she's in all of them.
Yeah.
They all are in all of them.
True. I don't think I ever
You
saw
know, that was
13.
Bruce Willis was offered the Clooney role and turned it down.
Oh, which is funny
I
because
think
then he was
Clooney-
in the.
Then he was
other
in
movie.
13.
Yeah.
I think Clooney was the right go there.
Yeah,
I love
Clooney,
Bruce Willis,
Clooney
but
just has a
yeah,
heisty vibe to him.
yeah.
He's so smooth and cool.
And
Even
Bruce
though,
Willis is saving the heist.
Isn't he Casamigos?
Yeah.
And they just got busted.
For what? I love Casamigos.
It was like Casamigos. I don't want to
They do.
misspeak too much here. It might have been Don Julio, but basically they've been passing off tequila as like 100% blue agave or whatever, and I think that may be untrue. There's like a giant lawsuit
Ooh.
surrounding all of it.
So
My
do we
favorite
not
Clooney
drink
Casamigos story. I don't know. It
Casamigos?
still tastes good,
Oh
right?
yeah, I love Casamigos.
But like my favorite Clooney Casamigos story is that after they made it big and it sold for whatever amount of money.
Yeah.
He had like all of his best friends through the years come to a dinner, and some of them really rich, some of them just regular dudes, but they're all at this dinner. And he gives them all a briefcase with $1 million each in it. And if any one person doesn't take the briefcase, then nobody gets to keep the money.
What?
Yeah, so basically forcing all the homies. I don't know
Can you
if this is
imagine being that
apocryphal.
rich?
I don't know if this is apocryphal, but I have heard that story.
Can you imagine being that rich that you're
No.
you just play games like that?
No. No.
Like, hey, if one of y'all doesn't take this $1 million suitcase, none of y'all can have it.
I would make Taylor and Musso fight to the death. Joker style. Crack the pull
Short
stick.
fight.
Short fight. Hell yeah, dude. Get him, Tay-Tay. I'd have my money on you. Unless like Musso thought that like if he won, LSU would get a natty.
True.
That'd
Doesn't
be problematic.
Kind of matter.
I tend to root for the underdog.
oh my God. Alondra just said she's cheered for Moose to kill you.
It's fun.
I got you, Tay.
Don't make it less true.
I got you, Tay-Tay.
You've got reach on Moose.
There's only one guy in this station with a shower shotgun.
That's right.
That's that man. All right.
Yeah, that's got to be true.
Hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
Guys, go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Okay? Don't find yourself in a Lowe's because you're so dissatisfied with everything that's going on in your life. You're so...
I just got that.
You have just no control of your libido or your sex life or just mediocre. Anything. Okay, we are taking back control. We are maximizing our potential. You're suffering from ED. Okay, get over it. Fix it. Stop being embarrassed. Go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Get your labs drawn and let them customize a plan for you to get you to your peak potential. Because that's what we're doing here in 2025. Getting hard at Goodwood. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
Did you just undo or do a button there?
I did a button back up.
Oh, not feeling it quite yet.
Nope, didn't like it.
Maybe you need to go to Goodwood, yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 87. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll talk some New Orleans Saints and continue our discussion on LSU. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, welcome back to OTB. Hour number 2 here, guys. We don't have flustering today. Matt is out, but I got some flustering topics on the docket. But first, since we kind of ended up getting distracted by Shedman there in hour number 1, I want to talk about something. And I want to talk about the positive side of the transfer portal.
I thought you were going to say the positive side of the Shedman.
Oh, yes. I want to talk about the positive side of public masturbation. No, I don't think there is one.
That's why I was curious. You had me.
No,
I was in.
I don't even think I could sell that. But the positive side of the portal, right? The transfer, like something that, again, I do think is kind of the root of all evil in college football in some ways. The unlimited transfers. Not the ability to go once and then maybe twice as a graduate, but like the unlimited, the free agency twice a year, all of that sort of stuff. It's where a lot of the kind of more upsetting situations come about. But like anything else in life, just because there's bad doesn't mean there can't be good. And I want to give credit to Hunt Palmer. LouisianaSports.net. Hunt continues to churn out bangers, and this latest one has to do with A.J. Halsey. And, Jake, I know you'll appreciate this. When you were talking about recruiting in college football and high school football, you're trying to cover an entire country worth of athletes. And although recruiting, like as a system, is shockingly good at finding you.
Yeah.
Right? Like my old man always said that. Look, it doesn't matter where you play, they're going to find you. It doesn't matter where you play, they're going to find you. But some people do slip through the cracks. Or some people develop at different rates. And in the past, let's say you're a guy who matured later, or let's say you're a guy that for whatever reason just didn't get the respect or the recognition that you objectively deserved. Okay, you go to a small school, you're going to be stuck there the whole time. You don't want to transfer, you lose a year, et cetera, et cetera. Well, in today's age, if you prove you are good, you get upgraded. It's a meritocracy. And how could you not like that? And look at the story of A.J. Halsey. He talked about on AFR feeling passed over in high school, right? He's doing really well.
Yep.
After every game, he'd be checking his phone, see everybody was talking about him. He had a 3-star rating. He just never really got any offers. New Mexico was the only school consistently calling him.
Yeah.
And so he ends up going to New Mexico. What's he do there? He starts as a freshman. He has 24 tackles in a single game. So then, okay, a little bit more respect. Then he gets to go to Houston. What's he doing his 2 years at Houston? Big 12 Defensive Newcomer of the Year, first team All Big 12 AP and coaches, honorable mention All-American, led Houston in tackles and interceptions. And so what does he get? Another promotion. Finding his way to LSU. And nowadays earning more money along the way, which again, if you do good work, that's what everybody wants, to be promoted, earn more money, all that sort of stuff. But I just love that A.J. Halsey story as a sign of the positive side of the transfer portal, where you allow a guy to find the stage that he deserves to be on.
That is like, you're right. Like, so guys that felt like they were missed coming out of high school, guys like that, like you never really had the opportunity, and maybe you didn't have the opportunity on Sundays to ever really share your talent and have it out on the main stage. And so as you break it down there, it is one of the positives of the transfer portal. Now, there's obviously financial benefit, but just also, wasn't getting a lot of love. Was a 3-star guy. I'm not trying to throw too much shade, but it's New Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's New Mexico.
Right? I mean, so you're playing for a team, a program that hasn't had a lot of success. Shout out Brian Urlacher.
Go Lobos.
But you parlay that into stepping up and going from the Mountain West to the Big 12. And then you get to the Big 12, you make the most of that. Now you're going to be playing in the SEC. Now your first game is going to be, prime time, ABC, 7:30 Eastern time kickoff, under the lights, top 5 potential matchup against the Clemson Tigers. And so, like, that is, like, all of that is now what you can do in the transfer portal that you never could do before. Like, you're betting on yourself. You're better than, again, sorry, but you're better than New Mexico.
Yeah.
And you proved that. Now you proved it in another spot. Now it's also going to be another challenge, right?
Yes.
New Mexico's not Houston. Houston's not LSU.
No.
But it sounds like that is something that this player thrives on, and he kind of invites the challenge of having to show yet again who he is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a continuous proving people wrong from the emotions that were evoked in high school when he's checking his phone Saturday morning and he's not getting any of that love. And guys' abilities, a premier athlete especially who has insane competitiveness, their ability to feel slighted, well, we all know what a kind of internal font of inspiration that can be. And here's the other thing about A.J. Halsey. Great freaking player at a position of need for LSU. Like a massive pickup. Now, I do, the timing of getting in here, getting to know everything, getting to know the system. Like, will he be a starter game one? You think?
I would assume he
talent-wise, you would think, right? Yes, but I mean, he is going to be coming to this thing late. It's probably easier to integrate on the defense than the offense to begin with.
I mean, we all know we're superior.
Yeah,
I mean,
duh. Takes more mental skill. Or mental acumen, physical skill, teamwork to make an offense work. I mean, defense, what is that? Like, see ball, get ball? Duh. Look at me. I'm Vince Wilfork.
Did he go in this gap or that gap?
Yeah, exactly.
You got the ball? Okay, let me hit him.
We're not even two, Gavin. Just put him out of shade and just be like, just take up space.
Yeah.
Fat ass. But yeah, so A.J. Halsey, a cool story and a great player at a position need. Hell of a pickup for the LSU Tigers.
And it could be one of those ones, honestly, that just is the final thing you needed.
It feels that way.
Because we talked a lot about positions of need, and you go get a defensive tackle in the mold that you're looking for this current defense, and you still needed a safety. Because everything you added in the portal in the first window was great. But some of it was lagniappe. Some of it was, stuff you already kind of had, but you were adding because it's like, well, look at this player. Like the receiver room is so deep.
Yeah.
But you needed a safety.
Yep.
I felt like you had to have a safety. And then it didn't look like you were going to get one. It's like, man, is that going to be the thing that cost you?
I feel for Houston. And remember, if this happens to LSU, like this, we Bryce Underwooded them, right?
Yeah.
Like they just said, hey, AJ, here's some golden handcuffs. Come on down to Baton Rouge, which again, credit to him. That's a good thing for him personally. But yeah, man, that does suck for Houston after the spring portion of the year, getting your All-American safety poached by LSU because they need the final piece of their puzzle. Rough time. Then again, Houston's doing the same thing in New Mexico, right? And so on and so forth. C'est la vie. Shout out AJ Halsey. He says, I'm so excited for this season. I agree, man. I agree. It is so, and you're starting to see the national buzz grow. Who was it from 247 the other day talking about he's potentially going in on LSU as his all-in team?
I sent it in the group.
Brad Crawford.
Brad Crawford. I don't know anything about Brad Crawford. Besides, I know he's high up at 247.
He likes LSU.
But the point is, like, that is starting to become a similar sentiment. It seems like, and this is why this year is so critical for Brian Kelly, because honestly, Jake, everybody's hesitation from the national guys that I talk to immediately just goes to, but do you believe in Brian Kelly? Which is kind of an interesting thing when you consider where he was thought of when he took the job at LSU versus what's gone on these past few years. But this is the national folks are starting to believe in the Tigers.
And they also changed their philosophy
now the Tigers got to fall
though.
through.
You know, I mean, like when they ask that question, you have to also throw it back to them. I understand why you're asking that, but they realized that they were behind. They had deficiencies that before they wouldn't just go completely in the portal and try to fix.
Yeah,
like
they had no money invested last year.
They have a different path to success now. Like they're attacking the portal in a way they've never done before, while also having pieces that you recruited be key pieces. Like a good chance, like the offensive line
your tackles.
ends up being a ton of guys that you recruited. Your quarterback, Chris Hilton out at receiver, Caden Dorm at running back, the Weeks brothers. The oldest one actually came as a transfer, but the two younger ones.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you have a great mixture. It's not like Florida State, who, last year they tried to go. They were like Leroy Jenkins this thing, and they were a 2-win team. You're not all built through the portal, but you've done a deep dive into the portal to try to supplement what you were missing.
Dude, the 20th anniversary of Leroy Jenkins was like a day or two ago.
The how long?
20th.
Mm.
That ain't good.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ain't nothing good about that. Taylor, can you go to my Twitter and bring up the belly flop picture? Hey, here's a cool story. I don't know why this popped up in my feed. I don't think I follow him. But there's a guy, Trey Fluellen, from the Saints, and he tweeted this, Jake, and it's pictures of him at minicamp. But he said, a year ago, I was waking up at 4:30 every morning, exhausted but determined. I'd work out, do therapy before my shift at Dillard's, holding on to nothing but faith in a dream I couldn't let go of. I didn't know when or if my opportunity would come. I just knew I had to keep going. And now, look, he's out there in the field with the Saints trying to make the team. Shout out Fluellen, man. Keeping it going through the Dillard's job. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have the belly flop picture? Look at this, dude. So I was looking at pictures of my child from 2017. She wanted to look at baby pictures of her, and I stumbled across this picture, and I have no memory of this. I cannot remember what this is for. I vaguely remember jumping in this lake. I don't remember there being this many people there. But some event, are we in Prairieville? We're
Ascension up in
okay.
the,
We're in
Ascension.
Okay, so we're in Ascension Parish.
That was so Sherlock Holmes. You're like,
yeah, hell yeah, dude. Look at him.
Ascension.
In
I
house.
didn't see that.
But I beg the question. First off, dude, look, it's a big belly about to hit that water ball. I mean, look at that poor guy underneath me. Somebody tagged me with the Willem Dafoe gif where he's like looking up. He's like looking up in the rain, terrified. But has there ever? It does beg the question: has there ever been a more perfect form on a belly flop in Louisiana history?
Because that is, you are parallel.
Parallel, perfect.
Arms out to the side, perfect too. Like arms out, great.
I know that hurt.
I went through a stretch.
I like how you're looking over too, like making sure.
Well, I think too, you don't want to go face first into the water. That does hurt.
Well, but Tay-Tay told me about one time how he accidentally, like he was surfing or he was tubing on the back of a boat and he fell off and hit the water with his face
his
to the side and his ear.
Oh yeah, that's true. That could happen too. That's true. I actually
bad.
don't know what's worse to do. What's better or worse to do. But
that's a great belly flop.
The thing about belly flops is they're just all about commitment.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little bit of short-term pain, but it doesn't really last that long. NyQuil says that looks like Cabela's. I think it was Cabela's.
It does. Also,
it was some sort of boat giveaway or something.
What is this, a competition?
I don't remember.
Or were you just belly flopping?
Because I'm like, there's a lot of people videoing.
I feel like you were just belly flopping.
But the woman behind you jumping off is, I was thinking it's a belly flop competition. She's not belly flopping.
I don't know. She may not. She,
and like
she
maybe,
might not
maybe the two guys.
She might not be about that life, dude.
You were probably like, y'all, check this out.
Yeah, maybe it was just a diving competition and you went belly flop.
That's how I want to be remembered. Just full send.
I do like all the people like that. By the way, like that just doesn't look like It's
it really does.
Really funny.
Oh, that is a fat belly flop right there. That's very.
What you weigh right there, Bo?
Shoo.
That's like peak
First
dad
kid.
bod.
That's probably like over 300, but with like not a lot of muscle because I was that not lifted in a while. I'm about 275 right now.
Okay, skinny.
Also short hair.
That's like
muscle.
Probably up. Yeah, that's because I've been just slamming creatine and protein.
Short hair too.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, short hair. That's right.
Yeah, that was Tebow cut.
Yeah, that was during my until the alt-right jacked
Tebow
my
era?
haircut. Look at all those people there.
That's what I like. Keep looking at the different faces.
You should reclaim the haircut.
No. That's it's a cut of the past for me. Yeah, I was in a competition with myself. Exactly. Exactly.
The guy in the I don't know what this is. The guy here in the glasses and the white shirt. His sign says Chef Amy and her crawfish.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
So I'm just trying to figure out what y'all.
I remember too not hanging out at this thing.
You just belly flopped and left?
Yes. Now that I'm knocking the cobwebs off, I literally remember just like showing up, jumping off, getting out, leaving.
No, I swear you
later.
probably showed
That's
up.
amazing.
Like tearaway pants, took the shirt off, belly flopped, and got out left.
This is
Some
still,
boss
too,
move.
when, like, everybody hated me and I was crying in the closet and everything.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when I
With the
first
cat
started
pee.
here. This was at that time. I remember kind of showing up and just not really liking everybody's vibes. Even though it looks like everybody's having a good time, except for the guy I'm about to land on.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's having a great
I
time.
want the photo that the lady with the camera has.
I know. Shout out to whoever snapped this pic, though. Incredible form. All right. When we get back here on Off the Bench, we got a lot of stuff here. Real Life Treasure Hunt, LL Max Struess. Did y'all see Jaden Daniels' mom? Talking about Jaden? Also, what is baseball doing with Pete Rose? Bit of trying to have your cake and eat it too, isn't it? We got Asante Samuel Jr. in the doc. So there's a lot to get to. Hang out. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com. GoTommys.com. GEAUX Tommys.com. There for you. If you need, exterior home improvement. Energy efficient options that pay for themselves by saving you money over time. Lifetime warranties. Hardy Plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door. Tommy's has done 30 years in this game. Former member of the Golden Band from Tigerland. And he's taken that same perfectionism that it takes to reach that into his business. That's why all 8 years Go Tommy's has been in existence. They've taken home an Angie Super Service Award. GoTommys.com. GoTommys.com.
Yep, when you go to the website, right there at the top of it, you can click on testimonials, right? It gives you what Tommy and the team have already done in the greater Baton Rouge area. Happy customers, tell you about their experience. You can see the gallery of work they've done as well. And always remember, they can customize your job. Go to the website today, GoTommys.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Baby, baby, I'm gonna leave you. I said, baby, you know I'm gonna leave you. Leave you when the summertime. Leave you when the summer comes a-rolling. Leave you when the summer comes along. Baby, I wanna leave you. I ain't joking, woman, I've got to ramble. Oh, yeah. Baby, baby, I've really got to ramble. I can hear it calling me the way it used to do. I can hear it calling me back home.
Welcome back. Ooh. Devlin hitting this moment. Welcome back to OTB here on 104.5 ESPN. Rage. All right, Taylor, look at the 8:30 segment. And I want you to get this Jane Daniels video. Ready to roll. Jake, have you seen this Jane Daniels video?
I have not. I mean, I've heard about it.
Jaden's mom / agent / manager.
Shout out to his mom, who was a P1 of OTB
Talking
when
about
Jaden
him.
was playing.
I love that.
I'm very much on record as loving Jaden moms, having a crush on Jaden's mom. And
She's gorgeous.
Jaden's mom has obviously done right by her son. But there was that video the other day. Hold on. There was that video the other day of her on the date with Jaden.
Yeah.
And now there's this out there. Do you have it? Go ahead and play it.
He's a kid, and I don't know why we stop parenting kids at a certain age, but that's for a later show. The thing is he doesn't know what he doesn't know, and he knows football because that's what he's been doing, and he does it very well, and he's been, very acclimated in sports since he was young, but he doesn't know the business world, and he doesn't know the predators or the vultures that could be out there. And so he feels very comfortable in knowing that not only am I educated and qualified to do it, I'm also his mom. And, the thing is, I think we're changing the narrative that hasn't been out there. So it looks a little different than what people are used to, because not only am I, educated on that side, I'm also a certified agent, but I'm also his business manager. So I'm dealing on a day-to-day basis. Like, we have a marketing team that I hire, but I'm dealing with creative teams because, again, it's how I want Jaden to be positioned in the world. I don't want him to be positioned, just to go grab a brand deal for the money. Like, I want him to be positioned in the world, for the longevity. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't do because it doesn't align with our brand and what he wants to do.
So I think what people are laughing about here is, he's a kid, and I don't know why we stop parenting our kids at a certain age. He doesn't know what he doesn't know, which is a bit odd considering that, Jaden Daniels just took the NFL by storm last year, damn near made a Super Bowl. But I don't know, man. Proof's in the pudding for Regina. Like, I know you're rolling your eyes, Taylor, but she's been right so far. I mean, show me the misstep. He obviously don't mind. He likes it. He's bringing her on dates and whatnot. Parent away. If I'm a Commanders fan, I know Dov Kleeman's trying to make him upset. If I'm a Commanders fan, this is not a yikes to me. I like this. If it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Shout out Jane. Shout out Regina.
So what's been the pushback? Just because, like,
they're like, he's 24 years old. He's an NFL quarterback. Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah, Tay-Tay's got pushback.
Yes.
What do you think, Tay?
He's a grown man. Don't go on dates with him. That's my thing. Like, don't go on dates with Jaden. That's. He's a grown man, and she's like, he doesn't know the dangers of the world. Like, you didn't teach him that before he was 25 years old.
I think
that is kind of the internet's reaction, though, a little bit.
I think she means well. I think she's great. I just maybe a little much, just a tad.
All right, shout out Jane's mom.
I think two things can be true. I think that it could be a little overbearing, but also what she said is very true. Like, who more are you going to trust than your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some greasy agents out there. There's some greasy lawyers out there.
Did you say greasy Asians?
Agents.
Oh, God.
Why would I say that?
No, it sounded like that's what she said, dude.
We're talking about agents in sports. Why would I say Asians?
You said it, not me.
No,
Don't
I did
come
not.
at me
You
about
said
it, dude. I don't know. Maybe you're hungry. A little stir fry on the mind.
And I'm going to eat an Asian?
No, stir fry. It's kind of greasy but delicious.
Stir fry is good.
Stir fry's great. Who doesn't love stir fry?
Crazy people.
I used to have a big, awesome wok. And then one time on a road trip, my dog filled it with urine. And so I had to throw it away.
You just wash it out?
I threw it away. It was a lot of dog piss. And I don't know how he specifically got it all in the wok, but he did. It's a tough word to say.
Wok?
Well, that sounded like walk.
Yeah, it did. A little bit.
Walk. Did y'all see what happened to Max Strus last night?
I did not.
Max Strus sent a group text to his Cavs teammates before Game 5.
Uh-oh.
He said, if you don't believe, don't show up for work.
Oh, man, those never age well.
Then he went 0 of 9 from 3, and the Cavs were eliminated.
Oh, no.
He believed.
He believed.
I
He
guess
just didn't
his
show up.
teammates did.
If you don't believe, don't show up for work. He said, I really believe this team's not done yet. What a brutal ending for the Cavs, by the way. Injuries end up doing them in. They've been so damn good all year long. Looked so dominant in round number 1. And then in classic Cleveland fashion, it just all falls apart. Depressing. I saw something like nobody goes to Guardians games right now.
Because it's the Guardians.
Cavs collapse.
Their uniforms look like what you see in a 2D tournament on a weekend.
The Browns' daily news cycle is just Shadur and Dylan Gabriel. Rough time.
The nickname of the city's the Steak by the Lake.
That's true.
So
then again, I will say this to all Pelicans fans because this is one of the more self-reflective moments I've ever had, or when you have a moment of revelation. But I remember waking up one day. I was thinking about, man, how could you ever be a Browns fan? And then I remember waking up one day and realizing, oh, wait, that's me.
Yeah, you're a Pelicans fan.
We are the Browns.
Kind of.
God-awful, completely hopeless, 7th pick, everything always goes wrong. Joe Dumars, Taylor talking to me about Cone Knipple or whatever his name is.
It's Con. It's Con.
What is? Mickey Loomis?
Yes. But also the guy's name.
Well played.
We are the Browns. You know what, though? You saw the NBA is trying to expand to 32 teams. Scott Kushner had it absolutely right. The Pelicans' number one priority, and I mean number one, Gail Benson needs to be putting everything she can into this, needs to be getting into the Western Conference.
No, the East.
Sorry, the Eastern Conference. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Really fumbled the
it makes
point
sense,
there.
though.
No, it does. I mean, you should be on the East Coast. They're going to open up teams where in Vegas, in Seattle. They're going west. The Pelicans need to finally be where they deserve.
Memphis and NOLA, yeah.
I would hope so that Memphis and New Orleans would be able to. Or maybe only one of them gets to go. Oh, no, because if you add 2 to the West, then you would bump.
Yeah.
Would you be adding 4 teams in total? I don't know. I'm just saying that the Pelicans need to be lobbying hard right now to try to get out of the Western Conference.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it makes no sense that they are in there.
No, just like the Saints back in the day being in the NFC West.
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever. For the creation of the best division in football, the NFC South, featuring Tyler Shuck, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young, and Michael Penix Jr. You know, I think Tyler Shuck's the best quarterback in that division.
You do?
Yeah. I don't even think it's particularly close.
I'm trying to see, like, why. Like, why the Saints, when they relocated in 2002, they had to go to the West from Charlotte?
I have no idea. Taylor told me that.
When the original Hornets franchise relocated to New Orleans, the NBA kept them in the East. But when Charlotte got a new expansion team, the Bobcats, God, remember how bad that was? That's when
we got bumped to the West?
Yeah, the league had 15 teams in each conference and needed to balance the divisions. So the NBA used the expansion as an opportunity to realign. New Orleans moved to the Southwest Division of the Western Conference, and Charlotte stayed in the East.
So dumb. So dumb. Hopefully that can change. Taylor told me something interesting about Tyler Shuck. Drago's is coming back to Baton Rouge.
Saved him.
Shout out Tyler Shuck.
Where? Because they were like in that.
I don't know.
Like
I can tell you.
Hard to get to off college location.
Perkins Road, where Kona Grill used to be.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a good location.
Is that so? That's why they moved out of that building they were in.
Yeah.
Shout out
Kona.
Tyler Shuck, healing
It's kind of about Texas
Louisiana.
Day Brazil a little bit, right?
Oh, it
It is.
Yeah.
T-Bob can't go, but we
One
can all
news
go.
story at a time. What? Kona Grill?
That area.
Well, there's
you
no
can't
Kona,
go to that
so
area.
you can't go to Kona
Oh,
either.
Yeah.
I do like that area. That area around Christmas, like the giant Christmas tree up, or even not Christmas, the fountain. It's beautiful when the weather's nice, summer night. All right, when we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, I want to remind you about our friends over there at Pelican Roofing. That's right, pelicanroof.com. Pelicanroof.com. I want to remind you about the financing options that you have when you work through Pelican. Remember, over 7,000 roofs done over the past decade, over 500 five-star reviews, and you can get 0% interest for up to 21 months for qualified applicants. Also, if you're looking for somewhere to work, there's nowhere better than Pelican. We're looking for new sales reps during this month of May. You can apply at pelicanroof.com/careers. We're offering signing bonuses up to $10K. So if that sounds appealing to you, go check it out. And finally, we're giving away a free roof for a mother in need. Collecting nominations during the month of May. We're going to announce a winner on June 2nd. On Facebook, go to pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, and while you're there, I mean, certainly see what they can do for you. Those 5-star reviews that T-Bob talks about. The instant quote tool is right there, top right corner of the website, pelicanroof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, Our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back to OTB. So, Taylor, you texted the Belichick story. You know, the real chance Bill Belichick doesn't make it to week one. This is the moment where I think in this story arc that Pablo Torre kind of overstepped a bit.
Yep.
Because more what he points out is just that the buyout is $1 million, I think, before June 1 as opposed to like $10 million. It was originally that so that if Bill Belichick wanted to go to the NFL, he'd have a pathway to do so if somebody came calling. Obviously, nobody did. Nobody will now. But like Bill Belichick's going to be in there. He's going to be the coach of UNC this season. In for a penny, in for a pound. What I do find hilarious about all this is this, again, is the ultimate no distraction guy.
Yeah.
Being the ultimate distraction. Like even Gronk was talking about that. He's like, he used to always hammer us in the locker room about no distractions, no distractions. You know, the job's the job, thing's the thing, make it football, blah, blah, blah. And all this, man. Now this man is at a Holiday Inn in Maine watching the Miss USA pageant with her dad. Can you imagine being her dad? Yeah, probably older. Yeah.
He looked probably older. I saw that he looked older in the picture.
Can you imagine? I don't care how many Super Bowls you have. I'm looking at your old fat body, thinking about it having sex with my daughter.
Oh, God.
Awful. Awful spot for the dad. I would really not want to sit by him.
I haven't seen this. I missed a lot, apparently.
I mean, he's just sitting here hanging out at a Holiday Inn.
Oh.
How about you go, instead of grooming, how about you do some recruiting, Bill?
Belichick.
I got it right here, Jake.
Can you imagine having to sit by him? Look at that. There's Jordan's dad.
He's definitely younger.
He's much older, yeah.
Just awful. Just awful. Man. I really like your daughter. God. Get out of here, you penguin. That's all I can think of is the Danny DeVito gif. It's pumping away. God. Awful. So, Bill Belichick's going to be the coach of UNC, though. I guess is the overall point of that. I mean, what do you do? How do you come back from that? If you're the dad.
Well, for North Carolina, we are certainly talking we're talking about Carolina football like we've only reserved time for Carolina basketball.
No, we ain't
not in a
Carolina
good
football.
way.
Oh, yeah, no.
But we're talking about it.
I don't think all press is good press necessarily, dude.
You know,
that's just brutal. Brutal. There's no two ways about it. You know what's not brutal and seems kind of fun? Well, actually, Taylor, also look up Al Davis and John Madden. It's in 8 o'clock. But did you see the picture of Christian Bale and Nicolas Cage?
I did.
So there it is. Nick Cage playing John Madden, Christian Bale playing a young Al Davis. That does not look like Christian Bale at all.
No, it doesn't.
That
They
is
did a good
impressive.
job.
And to be fair, it's always amazed me how they like make Hollywood stars look just enough like the person that they're playing. Like somehow Nick Cage looks like John Madden.
Yeah.
Maybe they look alike and I never realized it. Maybe it's just the hair. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited for this movie. This looks like, I mean, obviously a couple of heavyweight actors there, but I don't know much about that Raiders story beyond just that, what they were like the bad boys. They were insane. They would break you. Al Davis, the kind of Jerry Jones before Jerry Jones, rogue owner going against the NFL, Playboy superstar. This looks like it could be really good. Also, Nick Cage as John Madden's going to be just great. If nothing else, we'll get excellent memes out of it. Boom!
I think it's going to be great. I love Nick Cage. You know this about me.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, great actor. Nick Cage, incredible actor. I hate the Raiders, but I'm into this.
Yeah. Just to Win, baby. Is that the name of it?
I hope so. If it's not, they misstepped.
I have no idea what.
No, it's called Madden.
Oh, it's called Madden. So it's about John Madden. It's not about the Raiders.
Oh, yeah,
hang on. Let me pull up the tweet.
Oh, even better. Okay.
Yeah, so look, it says first image of Nick Cage as football icon Madden, Bale as Al Davis, and Amazon MGM's Madden.
Just Win, baby would have been.
I mean, the man had
title.
an unbelievable impact.
Oh, it still
on
does.
the world. Yeah. Even extending into the video game empire, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, John Madden is the guy who came up with the idea for the first down line on the broadcast.
Oh, yeah, on
like
TV.
the yellow line on TV. What a legend.
I mean, I wish he would have done it for another team, but, whatever. It's Raiders.
Bro, come on. You have no beef with the 70s Raiders?
Like any of the Raiders.
70s Raiders? Why?
Hate all the Raiders.
Like, the only person that can even remember that team is Belichick. It's all good. Let it go. It was 50 years ago. Belichick probably coached on him. He could have.
Could have. I remember, I guess it would have been whatever draft that was. I don't even know. Who cares? Foster Moreau hadn't been drafted yet, and Flynn and I were doing an appearance at the Zurich Golf Classic, and we were sitting there going back and forth. We were like, kind of like, hey, when's our guy going to go here? We were watching our phone, and the Raiders were coming up, and we were like walking to the restroom. I was like, God, anybody but them. Like, don't let this be a thing. And we come out, and he'd been drafted by the Raiders. Gross. Now he's a Saint, though, so he found his way home.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Foster Moreau.
Oh, yes. Yeah. How do you feel when Matt Flynn went to the Raiders?
He's always a slappy, so.
Okay, so no problem there.
Yeah. He played for a lot of teams there.
He did play for a lot of teams. All right, when we get back, let's wrap up this hour of pseudo-flestering sans the Flynn. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to Boudreaux's Electrical, guys. BoudreauxElectrical.com is the website. And Boudreaux's is your home for a home generator. They're the premier Generac home generator dealers here in Louisiana. Been family owned and operated, treating every single customer like a VIP since 1982. So that's how you last for 40-something years. It's because your customers are treated correctly. You got 24/7 monitoring, excellent financing options available to explore. You want more power, more protection. You want to keep the lights on during the storm when it matters most. Protect your family. You want Boudreaux's. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com today.
Yeah, and when you go to the website, always remember you can get that quote right there, top right corner. Also, you can pick up the phone, give them a call in the North Shore area. That is 985-397-1562. Here in the greater Baton Rouge area, 225-300-9389. The last thing that you want is for your home to lose power during the heat of the Baton Rouge summer. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com.
That's up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Been a long time.
I don't remember if I already played this, but we're going with it.
Don't matter. So I found this on Twitter yesterday. What's up?
Twitter.
I found this on Twitter yesterday. Just searching around. 5 weeks ago, somebody buried a 22-pound chest with $10,000 of prizes, half in gold, somewhere in San Francisco. No one has found it yet. This is the only clue. I'll try to read it in my pirate voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yar, let me find it. Yar, matey. What's be good here? Okay. 18 bold letters preserved in a clearing. Sight a dark room's view of brave surfers reeling. From dry ruins agate to solar's tall mast. Chart a historic cross, the start of one's path. To trace the true route, venture only at night. To be certain of bearing, you'll need to pack a light. In the steadfast basin where feet part and agree, dig a shovel's depth down. You'll find the treasure you seek. Damn, son. Real life buried treasure. Shout out One-Eyed Willie.
God, they used to have anyone from Shreveport or that area listening, remind me what it was called. They used to do something like this in Shreveport where They would have like a treasure. They'd give clues on the radio. You'd have to go find it. God, we should do it. Like me, my older brother, and my mom used to go look for it. We never found it.
Oh man, that's very fun.
But it was fun. It was
very fun.
It was a good time. They give clues, and you go try to find the next clue at the. I cannot remember what it was called. So if you're listening, let me know, because I'll drive myself crazy trying to think about it.
I just am so used to stuff like this playing out on the internet very quickly, right? Because the internet, it's millions of people's minds thrown against a problem. Like, it tends to solve things, right? It's like it solves mysteries. But 5 weeks and no one's found the treasure. 18 bold letters preserved in a clearing. A dark room's view of brave surfers reeling. So by the coast, from dry ruins gate to Solar's tall mast.
Wait, I mean that
chart, a historic cross, the start of the path. So you find that, and then for some, how do they? So you can only find the true route at night.
Solar's tall mast. You could see surfers. It's at night. Lighthouse.
Uh-huh. Okay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the Steadfast Basin.
Look, somebody else in the chat goes, yeah, sounds like a lighthouse.
Where feet part and agree, dig a shovel's depth, you'll find the treasure you seek. Interesting. There's a whole website on it as well. BuriedTreasure.card.co. There's buried treasure somewhere in San Francisco. 22-pound chest with over $10,000, brimming with gleaming ingots, currency, and San Francisco artifacts. About half the value is gold.
Oof. That'd be cool. Be a good find.
Should we do like a trip to San Francisco and try to find this?
Shout out to Phil. He reminds me that in Shreveport, the hunt that I'm talking about was called the Holiday in Dixie.
And so was it year round, or is it just during the holidays?
They did it once a year, I think.
God, that's awesome.
I knew it was something Dixie, but I could not remember the first part.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't have anything else. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah, I want to put you could put that in AI, couldn't you, and try to find it?
Again, 5 weeks though.
That's true.
5 weeks. Nobody's found it yet.
Bold letters. I mean, that's just got to be the name of the location, right? 18 letters is a lot.
It seems exactly. It doesn't
because
seem
I was trying to
too
spell out
cryptic for the
lighthouse,
internet.
but I was like, lighthouse is only like
how many letters
12.
are in San Francisco? I feel like there's 18.
There's not that many.
12.
City of?
I think that's too many.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
It's 18.
It's 18.
Preserved in a clearing.
San Francisco, don't let us figure this out from
Right.
Baton Rouge. Come on now. Step your game up. There's somebody that commented like, well, nobody in San Francisco thinks $10,000 is worth it, which could be true. The insane cost of, what is that, 1 month's rent in a one-bedroom apartment?
Yeah, right. You get a loft.
Yeah, they're like, nah.
Maybe actually a studio. You don't get a loft. That's too nice. You get a studio apartment.
Ah, terrible.
Why would anybody do that?
All right, guys, hour 3 of OTB coming up next. I got a big announcement. Keep it locked. We'll get to it. We got more stories to get to as well. More off the bench coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. You go to K to Z and you take your home to the next level because nothing brings a room together like the correct drapery, blinds, shades, curtains, shutter. Drop down exterior shading for your outdoor kitchen so you stay cool this summer while you grill and chill, and Jake got it installed there. Have Brandon Bauer out to the team out to your home. Give you that free complimentary estimate. Complimentary installation as well when you decide to go forward with the job. Remember to work with all price points. Okay, starter home of your dreams, does not matter. K to Z there for you, KTOZBlinds.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can see what they can do for you, interior and the exterior of your home. And sometimes, like T said, for me, it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. You get this shade on the outdoor portion of your home, which is great because we can close it, we can enjoy our outdoor space, but also when we shut it, it improves the inside of our home. Takes the glare away from the TV, cools the room down, the whole deal. Go to the website today, ktozblinds.com.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 87. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in. Hour number 3 of OTB here on 1045 ESPN. And, well, this will likely be an hour 3 that you will remember, as there is some big news to get to. And it's felt like the show's been a little weird today, or maybe even weird as of late. If you've thought that, I don't think your instincts are totally off. I'll go ahead and just go out and say it here. This Friday will be my last show here on Off the Bench. I know it's all very sudden, but that is what has happened here. So I have been offered a job at Barstool Sports in the Chicago office, and I'm very grateful to Dave and Dan for the incredible opportunity. And I'm going to chase it, bringing my family up to Chicago. I mean, there's plenty of time to talk about that, but first, I want to talk about here and this team and what this place has meant to me. And I wrote about it in an article that'll be up on LouisianaSports.net here in a little bit. But it's really impossible for me to say what Louisiana's meant to me. But I want to start by talking about the people in these room, Jake, Alondra, Taylor, because I love you guys. And I truly believe, and I love all the weird, wonderful iterations of Off the Bench and everything we've had here over the years. I mean, I guess I started this back in, or not started this, I joined, right? It was Claude and the Prince. Just show you how funny life is. Coach O gets the job. Derek Panamsky goes with him as his right-hand chief of staff, which is just crazy to think about. Somebody jumping straight from this seat to suddenly the right hand of LSU football. And at that point, Jordy and the team over here, offered me a chance to do the morning show. And I was doing nights on WWL, and WWL gave me a great start, and it was a chance I didn't deserve, and I was very thankful. But I really wanted to get out of nights. I wanted to start a family, and so I cannot thank Jordy and Guarantee enough for bringing me in at that time. And it was a rough beginning. I've told the stories. We mentioned it earlier today. Crying in the closet, surrounded by the smell of cat urine, because nobody liked my jokes. To be fair, I was out of pocket. I had to refine my own techniques, and we had to learn one another. But we did, and things were good. And then Rivers came on, and I'm very grateful to her for being one of my best friends, as well as such a key contributor to the show for so many years as well. And then Jordy got fired out of nowhere one day, and it was intense. It was very scary. It was during COVID, which was already annoying in a lot of ways. And all of a sudden, I felt very much alone, very much on an island. And I had no idea what the show was going to do next. And that was when Jake stepped up to the plate and really rescued me in a lot of ways. Because, sure, there were plenty of co-host options. We could have made some stuff work, but the show would have never been as good had Jake not agreed to change up his entire life and his entire schedule and come work mornings with me here on OTB. And he graciously allowed me to do this side of the equation, of the hosting equation, even though he hosts a national show every single day. And yeah, again, just Jake, you really saved me in a tough spot there, and it took this show to the next level, all the way to seventh, the seventh best mid-market local morning sports talk show in the entire country. And all the wonderful producers that we've had through the years. I mean, it's been a plethora of faces. Started with like James Harrelson back in the day. Chest hair. Remember him? That's a blast from the past. Yeah. Musso spent some time here. Of course, Nathan was great for so long. Nathan and Rivers, a very fun team there. Danny, really excellent member of the squad for a while there. Sammy Flavors, sitting in that chair for a bit as well. So much fun. And then eventually we got to Taylor and Alondra. And this is where all this gets really complicated and weird, is I truly believe that this is the best that the show has ever been. And in Taylor and Alondra, you have two people that really give a damn and work their ass off and are very talented on air. And so it bums me out to be it's kind of a ironic and in some ways cruel twist of fate that would happen here when I feel like the show's finally achieving its peak potential in some ways. But, you know, the road goes ever on and on, right? And where it will go, I cannot say. I just know where it's going next. And again, it's weird because like and again, I wrote about this. I think that's probably the best way if you want to know how I actually feel about all this is to go to Louisiana Sports. I know it'll be up in a little bit because I'm just going to be fumbling over my words. I didn't want to write this. I just wanted to speak this from the heart. But I think the thing that I am feeling most is overwhelmed. Like I feel all of the feelings and I feel them in the extreme. I am sad. I am happy. I am nervous. I am excited. I'm scared. I'm confident. But the thing I'm most is grateful. Like I said, for the opportunities that were given to me by so many employers through the years. I'm grateful for the people in this room, and I'm so grateful to all of you listening out there and who have spent time with us here in the morning through the years. I know, like, you know, we live in the age of street. There's so many different entertainment options, so many different things you could be doing in the morning, and yet you decide to sit here and hang out with us every morning and have fun, and I do not take that lightly. And that means a lot to me. And all the wonderful advertisers that have been with us through the years, through thick and thin. Like I said, shout out Central Plumbing. Goes all the way back to the Colada and the Prince days. All-Star, been on here for years. And even the new guys. Anybody who chosen to throw their lot in with us. I do not take any of this lightly. And I'm very, very grateful to all of you. And I'm also very grateful to Dave and Dan for bringing me in and giving me this opportunity. And like I said, I'm going to try to make the most out of it. But I'm going to miss this place terribly, man. I'm going to miss this place terribly. It's where I grew up. Came here at 18 years old to play football at LSU. Little did I know that 18 years later, I'd have 3 kids. I absolutely adore U-High. One of the saddest parts of leaving is leaving that behind. I'm just very, very grateful. And I would say this, guys, it's going to be different, but it always is. But the same way that, like I said, when Jordy left, like, look, it's not going to be the show that it was, but it will be something new and it will be something good. It's that exact same situation. And if I had one request, it would be this. It is really hard to do this job when something like this happens. This is a very vulnerable job. You are putting yourself out there as a creator and having it judged in real time by people. And as you're figuring out new chemistries and new things and new operating procedures and just how everybody fits, it's incredibly disheartening when people are just in your mentions or in the chat just saying mean things. Again, I don't want anybody else to feel so overwhelmed that they're in the closet crying on their birthday. Now, granted, I think that made me stronger, right? And it definitely has inured me to this sort of stuff in the future, and that's probably going to be good because I'm going to hear it at Barstool. The gaze of the internet is going to be talking crap, so it is what it is. Like, I don't care anymore. But I guess I'm just really begging you to, when you do come, just be positive. Just be positive because it's going to be awesome. The team's going to remain, and it's going to be great. And, yeah, I'm just so grateful. So grateful for all of you. I love you all very much.
And we're incredibly grateful for you. It's one of those deals where, we never, none of us ever felt like we were going to work, wake up every morning, get a chance to come here, hang out. Just 4 friends in here talking, sometimes sports, sometimes different things. And we've created something that I think is pretty special. I think we all hate that it's that part, and that portion of it is certainly going away. It's not like we're not going to talk. We're going to bug you all the time. But, we have something special here. And it's something that I don't want to go away. I always want to remember the times that we had here going on 5 years. But more than anything, and I think Alondra and Taylor, and certainly I know you are going to speak too, we're happy for T-Bob. We're proud of T-Bob. T-Bob deserves this opportunity. T-Bob's one of the most talented people I've ever been around, one of the smartest people in this certain profession that I've ever been around, but just in general, one of the smartest people I've been around. I tell T-Bob this all the time, but I tell people this when T-Bob's not around. T-Bob's one of one, and I mean that's the biggest compliment that I can give anybody. T-Bob's going to be the same person here in front of us and to you that he would be in front of the Pope. And not the new Pope who's got New Orleans ties, but any Pope, right? T-Bob would be that person. He's genuine. You get T-Bob. You don't get something fake. You get something that is always real. Barstool's incredibly lucky. But again, you deserve to be on that stage. We've got a great platform here and a great stage. We do. And we've worked hard to get to the number 7 mid-market sports show and all of that. But you deserve to be on Barstool stage. I can't wait for the content. I can't wait until we cold call you 7 times in a row to try to get you on the show and you answer and no telling what you did the night before, but we get a full recap of what you did the night before. So sad that I won't see my guy every single day in here because, like I said, it never felt like work. It felt like hanging out with your boy. But more than anything, and we'll get to what we're doing here later on. This isn't about that. It's about T-Bob right now. I'm incredibly happy for you because I've told you this for a long time. You deserve something like this, and you're going to crush it. You're going to blow up at Barstool like you should. Just don't forget to always pick LSU when you're there doing your pick'em segments. Don't forget. You just got to take up for us.
Yeah, man. My as I was writing the kind of goodbye article, or maybe see you later, hopefully is more appropriate. Yeah, my wife really reminded me of just I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to think, and it's something that people probably don't understand outside looking in, but almost commit your entire life being defined by a school. And I think it's something that maybe other people can look down on or kind of be a bit judgmental of. But it's the feeling of living in a small town next to your parents, right? It's a good thing. It's a good feeling. And it's crazy, dude. I'm just thinking about everything playing in the stadium that my grandpa used to live 50 years before. And then getting to bring my daughters to that stadium on a tour in U-High, getting to bring them to football games, getting to continue to do that. I'll always be with the Tigers. And it will always be F Alabama and F Murphy, Sam, and Jody. Always and forever.
Use your platform to let everybody know that we're the better morning show.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have Murphy, Sam, and Jody in Chicago. Probably not.
Probably do. Sons of freaking. Taylor, this is the part where you have to say something nice about me.
You do. You have to say something nice.
Something nice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. I don't know how we have that kind of time. No, seriously, though. I try to come to work and be the same person every day. But, I deal with self-doubt like everybody else. I have come to you on multiple occasions. We have had long talks, just me and you. And you have never one time steered me wrong. And I appreciate that. Like, you've been a mentor, a brother, a co-host, co-worker, everything I could ask for, man.
It's very kind. Thank you. And, I mean it. Like Alondra told, and I told you this, Alondra, the other day. I think we texted about it because having these conversations in person can be very tough. But I really, really believe in you two. Like, I really, really do. And I was texting Brittany the same thing yesterday to, keep kicking ass with you and take care of you and everything. Because, like, y'all are going to be great. And who knows, maybe the future's here. Maybe it's elsewhere. It doesn't matter. But y'all care. And you're talented. And you care. And that's so incredibly rare. And you work hard. Yeah. You work so hard. I'm sorry I never gave you your Dear Delandra segment, Alondra. So I guess, this is weird. I don't know. Alondra, do you want to say anything? I didn't want to feel like I'm skipping over you, but I don't know if you want to say anything right now. Like, I know this is all very overwhelming.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So I think here's what this is going to be, because this is a bit weird. Like, this is part of the reason why we kind of wrestled with when to announce this. We're going to do it at the end of the show today, but then, like, I couldn't get it across the, I don't know. It was just weighing so heavily on me. I feel like I needed to dive into it. But these next 2 days, we're going to have a lot of fun. And we'll reminisce. I'll probably force y'all to listen to some Song of Purple and Gold one more time, at least.
As you should.
Some sort of highlight package there, something or another. We can count down our favorite memories and whatnot. We'll have a final champagne shenanigans on Friday. And we'll have some fun with it. Again, I just want... look, Louisiana is the place of my birth, place of my children's birth, place that I was raised, place where I will be buried eventually. But like I said, for now, my road is going somewhere else for a bit, and I'm grateful to everybody because again, I didn't like. And I don't want anybody to say anything, because I am not fishing for compliments or anything like that here. I am just acknowledging the privilege that I had over others. Like when I first got my job at WWL, I did not deserve to have my own morning show on 3WL. I had no experience. I was doing Monday and Thursday nights here with Jordy for 2 hours, so 4 hours of radio a week, and all of a sudden I was given a 3-hour morning show every single day. And it sounded like it. It was awful. But because I got that opportunity, it was able to kickstart me. And I've tried to make the most of it. But again, I'm just so grateful to God, to the people that were, made the actual decisions, that I was given that opportunity, because I really cannot imagine doing anything else at this point. Like, that is maybe the best thing that I could ever say about this job, and how thankful I am every single day to be in this seat. Is I have had one day in my career in which I just absolutely did not want to come to work. Hated it. Did not want to go. Just did not feel like doing the show. Had nothing for it. Actively hated it. And it was after Jordy got fired. It was in that interim period. And that's why when I talk about, Jake, you saving me, I'm not exaggerating there. Again, that was the lowest point. That was the only time which I was really out. And then you came on board and everything clicked into place. And then we added Taylor and Alondra eventually, and it was really taking off. So, very grateful for everybody and everything. Now, I I think we just got to, do the impossible pivot. Just keep it moving, get some comments in chat, maybe go down memory lane a bit.
We can do that. I want to go down memory lane. It would have taken away from the moment, so I didn't do it. But when you told us, I wanted to be like, what? You're leaving us?
Moscona had a bit where he wanted to fake fire me and me just show up at Barstool, which, again, objectively would have been very, very funny. But I have to, I want to spend these last couple of days with the audience, hanging out. Because that's the craziest part about this is nowadays, at the beginning when I was doing radio, even though we had a text line, a lot of times it felt like kind of speaking into the ether. And it still does in some ways. And so, again, huge thank you to everybody who's ever stopped us in public and said anything positive, because it's so validating and it's so encouraging. And it makes you feel so good. Like, it just does. You can call it selfish, ego boost, whatever. It just makes you feel good. So I do thank everybody who takes that time. But what's crazy is, because of this YouTube chat or the huddle, what it was originally, there are people that I hang out with every single day. And I've met many of them in person, and so I know them, but I really know them just from hanging out online. And they make me laugh so hard. All the characters in the chat. I mean, Nookie's been here since the huddle.
Yep.
So is Brian Burgess. The Daniels, always cracking me up. Scott Dice, cracking me up. And I feel bad because there's so, Nyquilus has been here since the huddle. Like, Champ's been here forever. I mean, the list goes on and on. On and on. And I don't want anybody to feel bad. I'm sorry if I didn't mention you, because I could sit here and just do an entire segment mentioning huddlers' names and or YouTube chatters' names that I feel like I've gotten to know through the years. But it is not lost on me that y'all stuck around through all the commercials and hung out with us every single morning. And how much fun it's been, and how much juice and energy you give us to try to make this show good and try to make this show funny. And that's really been the goal this entire time, is just to have fun.
Yep.
You're on your way to work. It's the old Blink-182 song, right? Work sucks, I know. So if we can make you laugh a little bit on your way to work, that is all we have ever tried to do. And maybe throw a little leftist propaganda in there every now and then. Anyway, we've gone very long here. Let's go to break, and then when we get back, I'll see what I've not opened up the YouTube chat yet, so we'll see what's going on in there. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys there for you when you need them. Look, man, you need somebody who's going to stand up to big insurance companies, get you what you deserve, fight for you. You want Gordon. Gordon McKernan, the proof's in the pudding, man. Go online. You can go to the website, look at the past results from satisfied customers. You can fill out your consult form right there, or you just call 888-8888 and get Gordon to fight for you. Also, shout out to the G team. Gordon sponsoring a lot of your favorite LSU athletes. Get Gordon, get it done.
Yeah, go to the website today. Remember, you can always do it right there on the homepage. You can have a chat with an agent. You can see cases they can handle for you. Testimonials of past clients. If you want to see what they're doing in the community, always doing something in the community throughout Louisiana, at Get Gordon's a handle, and then your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yeah, there it is. The Vikings. I mean, it's so crazy, dude. Joey LeBlanc's been here forever. Mr. Big, Greg LeMond. Avo Marzawanian, another guy who used to watch the post-show show. A show that about 10 people watch on Facebook every day that, God, I know there's probably still audio out there that's going to get me fired from Barstool one day.
Wait,
sucks.
don't tell people that.
Yeah,
They'll
Tom
start
Cook.
looking for it.
I mean, look, you don't have to go far. It's like Rome yesterday was texting me about like, oh, so I taught Jim Rome about docking.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a changed man. He'll never be the same.
On air?
And so, no, not on air. So he made a docking joke to his son. And his sons are like, whoa, Pop, how do you know that? But, you know, they're laughing, blown away. But he called me to tell me the story on the phone because he didn't want to tell it on the mic. Because he's worried. He's like, you never know. And I was like, Jim, I got a lot of bad tape out there.
Yeah.
You know, like if anybody wants
Ours
to
is
go
actually on tape.
yeah, if anybody wants to go search, it ain't hard to find. You know?
Like
so
old
it just
Coach
kinda,
Prime.
It just
We ain't
kinda,
hard to find.
Nope, it just kind of is what it is. I'll hope that I can just kind of clown and jester my way out of it if anybody tries to cancel me. I'd say the next coach has big shoes to fill, but we all know that doesn't take much. It's a size 12, Daniel. Okay, again, shout out
that's good,
Fonzarelli.
though. That was good.
Make defense great again. He's been in here forever.
Yeah, look, T-Bob actually did
Adam
this
Fields.
the incredibly right way. He told me a long time ago.
It's been a long process.
A long process that we've kind of had to harbor in and not go out there and share. But I'm very thankful because T-Bob didn't just do this like Monday. So we have a plan.
Yeah.
There's already a lot of things going on. You'll find that plan out on Friday, what the plan is with the show moving forward. But this was not unexpected. Like I said, very gracious to T-Bob. Immediately, as soon as he knew, I knew. And we've got what we think is going to be a good plan in place.
I think so, too. I think it's going to be a great plan. I think y'all are going to love it.
Y'all have known about this?
Yeah.
T-Bob told me this morning.
No, I think Jake was the first person that I told that this was potentially going to happen, and then I would say you two were the next two, maybe outside of my wife. Again, it is honestly the most bittersweet experience of my entire life because I am excited and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I'm being given, and I'm going to attack it. And I'm going to work my ass off. Like, I may fail, but I'm not going to fail because of lack of trying. Like, I'm going to leave it all on the field. And you know what? Maybe I get Jason Tatum. Maybe I catch an Achilles. But I was thinking about Tatum yesterday. The whole reason why his Achilles popped is because he was pushing it to the limit.
Yeah.
Playoffs, kicking ass, 40+. Like, the man went out on his shield. Say whatever else you want. And so I'm going to try to pop my – I hope I don't pop my Achilles. I shouldn't say that. Let's not go with
You got
Well, the point is, metaphorically, I'm going to try to pop my Achilles by doing everything I can to make that a success. And I'm excited, man. And I'm excited to hopefully get to cover some LSU games and come back. And I want to go back to Don Juan. God, I'm going to miss Don Juan, dude.
Yeah, you did say that multiple times. Whiskey and wine not being there. You got to – after LSU beats Alabama this year, you got to zoom in. At least.
Oh yeah, I got to figure out something, dude. Yeah. I need to be there actually. But I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. Actually, dang it. I thought so the article's not actually out yet. I thought they were launching the article and I said the article says drops at 11. So all you're reading right now on LouisianaSports.net is a quote. But whatever. Doesn't matter.
What do the quote say? Good quote.
I was just thanking you all. Same thing I said here, basically. Just how much I love y'all. Thanking Matt for bringing me in on Whiskey and Wine. Even though it was my idea originally and him and Jordy stole it. But that's fine. But then for bringing me back in it, because that was another low moment. I needed that. Oh, it's a press release. I don't know. What the hell? I'm getting text. I don't know.
It's a press release.
It's a press release.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I look forward to y'all being able to read the article later because I put a lot of effort into it and I tried to really think about how I felt. But whatever. It doesn't mean as much as what I just told y'all how I really feel about this all. But I mean, Don Juan, dude. God, I love Don Juan. The environment that we created for that show. I think about growing up in social studies and learning about the American dream, right? The Statue of Liberty. Give me you're tired, you're hungry, you're sick, you're poor. The melting pot that when you're a kid, you're sold on the idea of America being and how wonderful that melting pot is. And I don't think there was a better place in America where that dream was made manifest than Don Juan's Cigar Bar during an LSU football game. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. I mean, young, old, black, white, rich, poor, boy, girl, did not matter. Did not matter. People from the most different and disparate of backgrounds all hanging out, all high-fiving, all dapping each other up, all riding and dying for 4 hours, the roller coaster that is an LSU Tiger football game. Smoke swirling in the air. And I loved every second of it. And those are some of the memories that I will cherish the most. Watching those games there, dude. I never thought there's this little random cigar bar in Town Center would be a place that means so much to me.
So, weirdly, how much I hate the smoke
Mm-hmm.
in Don Juan. Whiskey and wine was like one of the first things that I thought of. Like, man, every Saturday.
I know.
I spent every Saturday during football season. Like,
and you
with
killed it.
Matt.
Once you showed up, all the technical problems stopped.
That's wild.
I know. You did high-quality work because, again, you're very talented.
Man, I only had a chance because of working games. I only had a chance to go once.
I know.
But it was very, very fun. We got to troll rivers because LSU was beating the hell out of Mississippi State.
That was a good day,
That
dude.
was a fun day.
That was a good day,
Early
dude.
kick. Didn't have to worry about anything like the rest of the time because they got out on them pretty early. It's just like we just get to hang.
Yeah, that early kick. Early kick ones are always fun. It's a weird thing knowing you're about to get hammered drunk at 11 a.m. Smoking cigars. Showing up back at the house. Immediately having to strip down and throw your clothes in the washer and hop in a shower. Otherwise, you're kicked out of the bed. Bro, I think about Superior Fridays. Superior Friday afternoons. What a slice of heaven. Drinking margs. Getting deep in the cups. Talking with friends. Things big and small. Just thinking about those beautiful Louisiana summer nights. The spring days we just went through. God, I love it. It's like my wife told me, man, you could take the kid out of Louisiana, but you can't. Like, Louisiana will never leave me. It is my home. Always and forever. All parts of it. You know?
I think when you get to Chicago, it's going to be obviously still baseball season. I think you should take a picture every time you walk by or around Wrigley Field and just send it to Hunt. Say, wish you were here, boo.
Oh, man. Yeah. See, I told you I was a Cubs fan, guys.
Well, I was supposed to say
I know.
That works because you've been a diehard Cubs fan for years.
I told you
so.
ever since last year, I've been a Cubs fan, man.
I know. Dude, I honestly, like, you had no idea. None of us had any idea when you went on that trip to Chicago to work. Was it Stadium?
It was Stadium. A lot of people thought it was like a secret Barstool trip. It really was not.
Yeah.
Now, I did end up doing a Barstool day because I knew Brand, I knew Dan. I wanted to check out the offices, but like that was not the goal. I was there to work for Stadium, but Stadium ended up folded.
Yeah, but I could tell you really enjoyed your trip to the city, though, to Chicago.
Yeah.
You had a great time. You came back. You told great stories. And so the opportunity to move there for you probably made it easier since you had that experience. I mean, you're there for a full week and you got to see everything.
Man. You know, it's
a great sports town.
It's a great sports town. Seems like a good place to continue to raise a family. And I actually, I'll say this before we go to break. I want to thank my children. Now, granted, the 4 and the 2-year-old, you know, they're kind of down for whatever. 5 and 2-year-old. But my 7-year-old Alice, my oldest child, you know, she's cognizant now. She's come online. She has friends. She has a life here. And she has approached this thing with just, you know, keeping her chin up, being honest with her feelings, not trying to just lie to appeasement, but trying to be clear about that. She didn't need to do that. But, like, I'm just really, really proud of how she has handled all of this. All right, we'll get to more OTB when we get back.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, go to Trash Rangers. And now we see kind of the clues that were maybe being littered. The roll-off dumpster being rented a few weeks ago. It wasn't just
I was so mad at you
guys.
That was like confirmation for me when I
that was
heard
when we
you
were
talking to Trash Rangers.
Practicing the gala, and it was so easy. I called Trash Rangers 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
I had a 10-yard roll-off dumpster being dropped off in my driveway.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing it again today, too. They're incredible. So if you need a big roll-off dumpster for actual spring cleaning, it is a great deal. It's very cheap. You keep it forever. It's great. Reliable, hassle-free. There, your neighbors. Go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, go to the website today. Sign up for commercial, residential service. Also, those roll-off dumpsters, like T-Bob just said. There's 3 different sizes to choose from. Make sure you have the white one on your project. That's trashrangers.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin.
AC/DC, Pearl Jam, and the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Shout out Carly. We've seen Carly, have literal children here in the chat. Bilbo T. Baggins, one of my favorites. Shout out Billy. And even the guys that I yelled at in mainstream ads, I yelled at you all the time. Kevin F., Brennan Huff, Sylvain. I appreciate you all. Even you, Omar the Tiger. He's in the chat right now. Hey, there's only one thing that I need, though. And it's the Guzzler. Guzzlord, you're a new friend, but a real friend. You could show up in the chat. That would make me very happy. And shout out to my robot son, T-Bot, who I don't think anybody appreciates T-Bot more than I do. I just love all of the Photoshops. I love all the jokes. It's just actually fantastic.
I'm looking at the Lowe's one now.
The Lowe's one, I know. Yeah, show the picture attached to Danny DeVito's greased up body with my German drinking hat on, my incel hat. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. And miss Mardi Gras for sure.
What time? Like, do you start every day at Barstool?
I don't know. No idea what the schedule's going to be like yet.
I wasn't kidding about calling you.
No. I agree.
That wasn't a joke.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing. I don't know what the schedule. Like, I've been doing a morning show for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
I don't know anything but waking up at like 4:30 a.m.
True.
Like, am I going to actually like be able to like help out in the morning with the kids, or maybe I'll just do a morning show up there? I don't know. We'll see. Again, we're going to attack it though. We go attack it.
I don't want to say this because I don't want it to seem like I don't think that people there now don't work hard, because they do. But I do think that you have a work ethic that is going to be unknown to some, like.
Well, bro, you know how me and you do?
They better be ready.
You know how me and you host multiple shows a day every single day. So, yeah, we're built for this.
If our folks up there start half-stepping, just let them know.
You let me know.
Look at that, dude. Shout out Mitchell Knapp's. Good to see you. Look at that. The Guzzler's here. She'll guzzle you from afar. I'll always love you, Guzzler.
You let me know if people give you a hard time at Barstool. I ain't scared of anybody up there.
Look, we're just going to approach you with positivity.
Yeah.
And walk in love.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
For sure. Does T-Bob even own a winter coat? No. I have never lived anywhere with winter.
You're gonna need one,
That is going to be brutal.
I'm sure summers are going to be great, but come about mid-November, you're going to be like, I don't know if I should have done this.
Yeah. White Christmas, though. That's what I'm focusing on. All right, let's get a break. We get back. We will close out today's show. More to be.
Off the bench.
Like I said, man, a huge thank you to All-Star Toyota, the main sponsor of the show. That's why you see him behind us on the panels every day. That's why we review 2 All-Star reads a day. Thank you to Aaron Piku and the team for all the time. Been the best. And there's a reason why I have not one but 2 murdered out minis that will be making the trip to Chicago. Even the old girl, it's got over 100,000 miles on her now. I got to get that windshield fixed, probably. But I mean, do you do that before the drive or after? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
You're driving?
Well, I got it, right? I got to get the car up there somehow.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can ship?
Yeah, you can transport cars.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pack them full with a lot of stuff and then ship them.
Oh. I think I'm driving. I don't know. The point is, what I do know is that All-Star is your answer. If you want a new vehicle, used vehicle, you need a rent, you need a service center, body shop, it's all there. Off of Airline Goodwood. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Evan Venable, T-Pat, Drunk Vigo. More names, man. This is Pat Fluid, Ryan Brack. Names just go on and on. So again, guys, I'll be on the next 2 days, and then I have to go. Gonna travel to Chicago next week. Gonna be threading the needle of trying to, sell a house, buy a house, get moved. Huge thank you to my wife, because it's crazy right now, and she's been unbelievable working her own job, her own business, while still trying to take care of this family, get him moved and everything. Mac Lindsay, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, I can't share what Caitlin said to me when I asked her about it for the first time, but I will share that it was very supportive of T-Bob and down to help in any way she could.
Yeah, and she's someone who's built her own business here for the past 10 years, and now, or no longer than that, and now she's got to go to, she's got to go start over in the big city.
These last two OB shows better be the OTBest ever.
Yeah, look, we are going to Chris Landry. Shout out to you, man. Joe LeBlanc. We are going to we're gonna have some fun over the next couple of days. Recap, act a fool. Hopefully Friday, come in, celebrate another Kate Anderson gym. Kicking ass. Zero sports talk the next 2 days. The only sports talk that will likely end up happening will be LSU baseball. Outside of that, it's probably going to be a bit tough to find. I'm sorry I never got to the Asante Samuel topic, Taylor.
I don't care.
He was okay
Not
for
a
the
bad.
Chargers. He was kind of hurt. Whatever. There you go. There's the talk. Flip it.
Oh, man. Hey, look at Ray Baker. Gulf South. Shout out you. Pierce Lee, Matt C., Ryan Smith, Roy Kent. It's so crazy, man. Know every single one of you. Love every single one of you. All right, for today, that's it, guys. Back tomorrow, back Friday. Love you again. Thank you to everyone. Y'all are the absolute best. See you tomorrow.
Off the Bench.
You're going to grab a beer? Sounds pretty good, don't it? Make it a Dos Equis. What's better to help you get through anything in life than a delicious Mexican lager? Cut up some limes, grab some salt, lube it up, sprinkle it on, jam her in, slug it back, and enjoy responsibly. But yeah, you want to get ready to watch the Tigers beat the Cox this weekend? You want to grab a couple Dos Equis to make that happen. My bad. Didn't mean to. Actually didn't mean to. It's not my fault. It's their mascot's fault. It's also not my fault that Dos Equis just happens to be the best beer for baseball, for spring, for summertime. For any time you want to drink the delicious beer, make sure this summer you're going for Ghosts with Dos Equis.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30